Welcome to Terminology Tutor. Today, we're exploring adjectives for food description. Let's begin.
Savory. Pleasantly salty or spicy in taste, often used to describe hearty or meaty dishes.
The savory lasagna was delicious, leaving me wanting more.
Tangy. Sharp and pleasantly tart, typically describing flavors with a hint of acidity.
The tangy taste of the lemonade refreshed me on a hot day.
Spicy. Having a strong, pungent flavor with a sensation of heat, commonly associated with chili peppers or spices.
The spicy salsa made my mouth tingle with heat.
Zesty. Full of flavor and lively, often referring to citrusy or peppery tastes that add brightness to dishes.
The zesty salad dressing added a burst of flavor to the greens.
Rich. Indulgent and full-bodied in flavor, often used to describe foods with a dense, satisfying taste.
The rich chocolate melted in my mouth, leaving a lingering sweetness.
Creamy. Smooth and velvety in texture, often associated with foods containing dairy or thick sauces.
The creamy mashed potatoes were smooth and buttery.
Succulent. Juicy and tender, describing foods that are moist and flavorful, especially meats or fruits.
The succulent peach dripped with juice as I took a bite.
Crispy. Firm and crunchy on the outside, often used to describe foods that are fried or baked to a golden brown.
The crispy fries were golden and crunchy on the outside.
Tender. Soft and easily chewed or cut, typically used to describe meats or vegetables cooked until they are soft and delicate.
The tender steak practically melted in my mouth.
Flaky. Having thin layers that easily separate, often used to describe pastries or fish with a delicate texture.
The flaky pastry crumbled with each bite of the pie.
Smoky. Infused with a distinct aroma or flavor of smoke, commonly associated with grilled, roasted, or smoked foods.
The smoky barbecue ribs were cooked to perfection.
Flavorful. Full of taste and aroma, describing foods that are rich and satisfying to the palate.
The flavorful curry was a mix of spices and herbs.
Refreshing. Cool and invigorating, often used to describe foods or drinks that provide a revitalizing sensation.
The refreshing lemonade quenched my thirst on a hot day.
Tart. Sharp and tangy, typically describing fruits or flavors that are pleasantly acidic or sour.
The tart apple made my mouth pucker with its sourness.
Velvety. Smooth and luxurious in texture, often used to describe creamy sauces or desserts.
The velvety chocolate mousse was smooth and luxurious.
Chewy. Firm and requiring prolonged chewing, typically used to describe foods with a resilient texture.
The chewy caramel stuck to my teeth as I savored its sweetness.
Aromatic. Having a strong, pleasant smell or fragrance, often used to describe herbs, spices, or dishes with intense aromas.
The aromatic herbs filled the kitchen with a pleasant fragrance.
Luxuriously rich and indulgent, often used to describe desserts or foods that are excessively rich or luxurious.
The decadent chocolate cake was indulgently rich and moist.
Robust. Strong and full-bodied in flavor, often used to describe foods with bold and intense tastes.
The robust aroma of freshly brewed coffee filled the kitchen, awakening my senses with its bold and invigorating fragrance.
Hearty. Describes a meal that is substantial, satisfying, and nourishing in both portion size and flavor.
In the cold winter months, there's nothing quite like a hearty bowl of chicken noodle soup to warm you up and nourish your body.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to keep learning with Terminology Tutor.